Four teams have battled through the opening round of the college football playoff, and now the pressure and the intensity continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Welcome to Pasadena, California, and the iconic Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, part of the college football playoff. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Hermstreet. Time to find out who's going to be moving on in the college football playoff. Football playoff game. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And it'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
On the run here, lets it go. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Important moment early in this playoff game. Opening drive, they face third down. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a third down early in the game, a chance to get them off the field, but instead this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
And he stopped after gaining 4 yards, so 2nd and 6.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Again, makes it 2nd and medium. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Donald. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
Wow, they get positive yards here. You have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
Big moment on the opening drive. They face third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. A short completion to the tight end. Looks like Texas A&M will have the first down.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big third down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. And now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
The Aggies are looking to keep this drive going. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Fires it to the wideout. Catch made in space. Look out. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31.
With the option keeper here for a big game for this Texas A&M quarterback. Reminiscent of a guy like Johnny Manziel, who could do so much damage when he played for Texas A&M. But they've had others, going back to Bucky Richardson. And how about Reggie McNeil? Great history and tradition at College Station with those athletic quarterbacks.
Fights through the tackle. Nothing doing on that play. The big D-tackle there for the stop.
The offense has had really good rhythm in this drive, running the ball, throwing the football. Seems like every play has been positive yards until that stop right there by the defense.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Quarterback drops back. They're going to test the secondary. That's reeled in. It's Donald. Tackle is made. It's a short gain, well short of the marker.
Hey, it's a gain, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Strong opening drive. This is play number 9, but it's 3rd down now. He's running out of time here. Makes the catch downfield. They bring him down at the 11, but it'll be first down from there.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy's off to a great start in this big playoff game.
Using his legs, it's Donald. Not a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. On the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Makes a quick catch. Close to the goal line, they can still get a first down without scoring. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Caught near the goal line. Touchdown, Aggies, as they claim the lead here in this playoff game. We come out in the playoff game, Kirk. No signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
And the extra point was up and good. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. ball and heads to the left side. And you see him able to make the stop after a short gain.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
They'll feed the back again. First down and more. He's still running. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Boy, Chris, this back is so talented. Picks up another first down. The Nebraska faithful love to see the ball in his hands, just like they've loved to see the backs over the years. Think about T.O., Tom Osborne, when he had the backs going, Mike Rozier, and Lawrence Phillips, Ramon Green, Roger Craig going way back. More recently, Amir Abdullah, Rex Burkhead. Boy, oh boy, they've had some fun backs to watch.
That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
Breaks into the clear. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. A huge gain moves the ball to the plus 22. Great scoring position now.
One way to create a rhythm and really start to show your identity as an offense is to control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line here early getting a hat on a hat, and this back, as good as we've seen all year, with the ability to accelerate through the hole, positive yards, play after play here early in the game.
The Huskers with 1st and 10 here. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Receiver makes the catch. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been, and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. And he drops back in the gun. He's got it, looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska, as they get on the board here in this playoff game.
And this running back's going to show you he can be a receiver as well. He's just not back there running the football. Nice job of showing that versatility. Pulls it in and gets 6.
Automatic in the PAT. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Heading left after the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Things just appeared to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front 7 of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
Running play goes backwards, makes it 2nd down and 12 now. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. And he'll heave the ball deep down that right side. He makes the grab. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
Hand it off for a draw.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. And it's just beyond the receiver's grasp. Too much on that one. So off the incompletion, it sets up a 3rd down and 3. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Oof, the risk of throwing on 3rd and short. Lots of second guessing going over on that sideline about that play call. You got to wonder if they're going to go for it anyway on 4th down, but what would be the play call?
And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. And the punt will bounce out of bounds inside the 10. You can't do it any better than that. So the drive gets underway, backed up at the 8-yard line. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Defense will make the stop, and what will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. So at the end of one, we are dead even as these teams continue their pursuit of a national championship. Let's take a quick look at the game summary so far. And as we move to the second quarter, we hope these teams will build on a promising start. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. Offense will keep it on the ground here. That run moves the ball to the 16.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
Caught quickly. Brought down to the 23. Good enough for a 1st down.
Well, when you play zone defense on 3rd down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the 1st down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
Going to try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
That's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Pitch straight across the middle by the running back. Tackle made at the 41. It's a nice gain. They're getting closer to the 50.
You know, on 3rd down, the key to me is the offensive line, the pass protection, because you know that you're going to throw and the defense knows that you're going to throw. It's a matter of can you protect your quarterback and give him the time, and then can the receivers win on the outside? They're able to do that, move those sticks. It's a 1st down.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. The shotgun handoff here. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a 1st down.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
3rd and short during this playoff game, the 8th play of the drive. Can he get there on the ground? Didn't get there. Defense makes a great stop.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
No punt. Offense still on the field, going to go for it on 4th down. They try to sneak it for the 1st. And the Huskers come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
Again, makes it 2nd and medium. Give it to the back again. And he'll get their first down yards before they finally bring him down.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Short throw complete to the tight end. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback, and he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. He'll be brought down just a few inches short of that first down mark.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring 2nd and inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Hand off. Stop right at the line. This is a stubborn defense backed up against the goal line.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Offense facing a 3rd down now. They can still get a first down without scoring. They'll try to run for the first down. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit.
Yeah, I love how the back didn't really dance around trying to make a big play. He knew it was 3rd down and inches, lower the shoulder, get the first down.
The Cornhuskers hoping to punch it in here. They have 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskers. That kind of execution, the long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. He stopped at the 20, tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. First down, looking to throw the ball. Tries to get it to the running back. Catch made along the sideline, but he's short of his sticks. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot. A completion makes it 2nd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Grab near the sticks. It's Peters. Looks like Texas A&M will have the first down.
That's good for fighting Texas Aggie.
That completion good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Lets it fly to the wideout. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
So, second down after the incompletion. Looking to chuck it again. Moves out of the pocket. He'll throw it deep down the middle of the field. And it's hauled in. Catch made way downfield. What a sag by the senior. So it's a first down here. The clock is stopped temporarily, but they'll get to the line quickly. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. With sure hands. It's Donald.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout or they check him out. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Catch made on the outside. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play, brings up second down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
The offense was moving well, but two incompletions sets up a 3rd and 10. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And the ball is picked off. Tackle made after a short return. The pick ends that threat.
Oh, Chris, against zone coverage like that and the ball thrown deep down the middle of the field, you've got to layer that throw in. Very challenging throw, requires a nice touch with a strong arm.
A deep shot to the right. That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on first down, but missed it.
Chris, that's a classic case of predetermining what to do with the football. You've got this incredibly talented receiver, arguably the best athlete on the field. I get it. You want to get him the football, but throwing into double coverage, that's a no-no and a great way to throw picks.
And the QB will try again on 2nd and 10. Back-to-back deep shots. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
Oh, my gosh, Chris, a missed opportunity to your best receiver with that speed. I'll tell you this, I'm shocked that he actually overthrew him. If anything, I'd expect him to underthrow a fleet-footed receiver like this, but he must have anticipated that his receiver could go get it, just misses him.
On third down, he drops to throw. Makes a quick grab. The reception nets him at 7 yards, but fourth down coming up here. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. The Cornhuskers will line up to boot it away. That's the first punt of the afternoon for this offense. We'll see if he can make a play on this return. And they've got the returner corralled. Comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He escapes the pocket. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack. One more play before they head to the locker room. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. We'll see if the offense can overcome that sack. 2nd and long. The snapper, quarterback looking to throw the ball. It's a deep shot to the right. Almost intercepted. He caught it but could not stay in bounds. Incomplete. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Aggies will kick this away to begin the second half. Going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Solid coverage here. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. They built the lead with an efficient running game. Let's see if they can take to the air now to start the third quarter. Finding some room at the 25. Refusing to be stopped in this play. But not out of bounds after another big game. They have chewed up this defense with the ground game today.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
That's good timing there. Receiver makes the catch and then has some room to run.
Yeah, anytime you're going to run a route like this, you know who needs to get a lot of credit is the offensive line. Because this play takes some time for the receiver to work his way across the field on that drag route. And the quarterback that time had enough time to be able to navigate the coverage and make the accurate throw.
Second down play coming up. There's the handoff. He's got the first and still going. They stop him, but not before he reaches the 35. This offense really threatening now.
But these are the type of runs that begin to wear down your defense psychologically. Already have the lead, come out with a nice big gain, and this defense is thinking, oh no, here we go again. Really nice statement here to get this second half started.
In the clear at the 25. They make the stop, but the offense is set up in scoring position. First down from the 23. Well, this offense continues to roll. We wondered, would this defense come up with some answers at halftime? Not on that play.
Now, they've tried to make every adjustment they can. This offense has been very impressive with the way they're able to keep this ball on the ground, churning out big yards. I think they're gaining more confidence, really, as this game goes on. You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. They'll take a timeout while they check it out. Big moment here in this playoff game. Third and short on the 7th play of the drive. It's a quick grab. They convert on third down now. Sets up first and goal from the 9.
Well, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on third down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
They'll try to run it in on first and goal. Stop right there at the line. No gain.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
Ball back at the 10-yard line now for second and goal. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Makes the catch. Can he get it? He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this. They're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
No problem with BAT right down the middle. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. They're going to run it. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Offense comes up 2nd and 8. That running game not producing much on the first down play. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Quick completion to the tight end. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Good for Fighting Texas Aggie.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. An inside give now from the shotgun. He's past the marker and still going. He's in the clear. Inside the 10. All the way to the end zone. What a run. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
And the point after is right down the middle. Turner trying to create good field position. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Nebraska offense back out on the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. It's a solid gain, moves the ball out to the 28.
Boy, this back is having some kind of game today. He just continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over 150 yards now, and this defense has no real answers in trying to keep him contained.
Running game is working. Let's stick with it on 1st down. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 37.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
They'll run it from the gun. They stop him, but it's a 1st down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Looks to the left, and it's complete. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41.
Well, the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a 1st down.
1st down here for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. That strong run defense, not much of a gain on the play.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game. Held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Receiver. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, the defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
Big moment here in this playoff game. 3rd and short on the 7th play of the drive. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. There's a fastball, but it's intercepted.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
And now the first play of the drive. They'll begin at the 38. Handoff from the shotgun. Gets the first and still running. They get him down with the junior with an excellent run there.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back, showing great patience. The hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
That's an important first down on that running play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver, and he'll just get rid of it.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Breaks it over space. They make the tackle, but this offense now in scoring position. First down to the 32.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
Defense is coming after him. Short connection to the tight end here. And he's wrapped up short of the marker there as the time runs down here in the 3rd quarter. Booker, Nebraska has the lead here, sitting in a pretty good spot as we wrap up the 3rd quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game stats while we have a chance. We're set now for the 4th quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Looks like Texas A&M will have the first down.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
The offense getting closer to a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it here. They bring him down after a gain. Looks like they'll spot it inches short of a first down.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Catch made on the left side. Touchdown, Aggies. This offense is still clicking. That's the kind of execution that's built on the practice field. A very precise pitch and catch for a touchdown.
You know, when we were out of practice, one thing that really stood out to me about this receiver was his ability to separate with his route running ability. You could see that right there on game day and how that shows up for a touchdown.
So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Now it's 2nd down here. Keeping it on the ground here. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Didn't get there. Defense comes up with a 3rd down stop.
This guy has been dominant all afternoon long, but that time, the defense has got to be asking themselves, where has that been? They finally get to him behind the line.
Tie ball game, late, and they're going for it on 4th down. It's a keeper trying to get to the marker.
That's where you tip your cap to the offensive line. 4th down in inches, simple call, quarterback sneak, but a nice surge there up front by the big boys to give the quarterback plenty of room to pick up that first.
And there's the handoff. Nowhere to run up the middle. And they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
He's swallowed up at the line, could not get past that big defensive tackle.
That is called gap integrity. Nice job by this defense of taking away that inside run and then using their speed as the back tried to bounce that to the outside. There's just no room to run.
The important play right here. Close game, 4th quarter, 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Grabbed by the receiver. Tackle made, but not before he reaches the 44.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again, and we can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put his safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. And the tailback's got it again. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. So a crucial 3rd down play. Try a field goal from here will be 53 yards. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Catch hauled in here over the middle. They bring him down, but a solid gain moves the football to the 24 and a first down. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. The Huskers have 1st and 10 here. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Fans of the defense got to be frustrated. The offense cannot be stopped here. He'll hand it off. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. You make the stop, but it'll be first down from the 13. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. And the Huskers move into the red zone. The shotgun running play call. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Sticking with the running game. And that run produces a decent gain.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in his playoff game, no adjustments, go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
offense needs a stop here, trying to force a field goal attempt. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Pass caught. Can he get in? Touchdown, Nebraska. They jump on top now here in the 4th. Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
Turner choosing to field this one. And he'll be tackled after a solid effort on that return. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. The chance to advance in the playoff comes down to this. Offense needing a touchdown here late in the game. Quick throw to his receiver. Makes the catch downfield. Breaks into the clear. The 10. All the way to the end zone. They couldn't catch him. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Chris, how about that execution? Great throw by the quarterback. The receiver does his job and then takes it into the end zone. And now we've got an interesting situation here. Late in the game in a playoff, do you kick the extra point to tie this up, or you go for 2 to potentially take the lead?
Does his job with the PAT, and this ball game is tied here in the 4th quarter. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Hand off to the single back. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Important 2nd down play coming up. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Looking deep to the right side. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's 3rd down.
Now that's going to bring up a critical 3rd down here as we're late into this football game in a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with a 1st down.
Toss a short throw down to the running back. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the 1st down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Fires it to the wideout. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. The Cornhuskers will come to the line to run the hurry-up. They'll try the ground game here. Running, legs still churning, won't go down. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now.
Well, anytime I'm evaluating running backs, it's not just about speed and size and what he brings to the team. It's also about his toughness, yards after the contact. What kind of balance does he have? How about that run right there? You can bet his teammates and his coaches are very proud of that effort. What a heck of a run there for a nice game.
Well, the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle, Kirk, showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line, then you can create a lot of havoc in the middle. Well, it all really comes down to this right now, Chris. You're already in field goal range. You have a chance to maybe work a little bit closer. But let's face it, this defense, they're shooting those gaps. They're trying to come up with a loss of yardage, maybe trying to rip the ball out. Offense has to be incredibly smart with their play call and make sure you align that kicker where he's very comfortable to potentially hitting this game-winning field goal.
One man at the backfield, and he'll get the football. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
This defense just hasn't had many answers for this running back. Guy's already over 100 yards on the afternoon, but give him credit there. He made a nice play in the backfield.
The field goal is good. Pandemonium here. They've taken the lead in the final seconds.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
After the late field goal, they'll kick it away. The offense a chance to tie it up if they can get into field goal position quickly. Returner looking to create better field position. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. Here's the first play of the drive now, set up at the 24. Looking to throw it on first down. Lets it go quickly. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now. Corner's back up now, playing a couple yards off the ball. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that's going to do it. The winner survives and advances in the playoff bracket. We'll talk to you down the line. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.